Are we all good now? Are we all here? Is everybody safe? Due to the graphic nature of sword trading, the stream went down. Alright, bear with me a hot second here while I rewind us and we're gonna sort that shit out. We good? God, I hope it wasn't my internet. Hi, yi, yi. Give me just a few moments here, friends, while I get situated again. Interesting. It might have been a Streamlabs thing. Alright, I think we're back in some decent order. Let's try this again. We're gonna rewind back to where we were. Alright. I love the rewind feature, it's the best. Hi, Danny! Welcome! And apologies if you guys happen to hear like a motory sound. I'm my body doesn't want to sit anymore, so I'm utilizing my standing desk. Yes, Heisuke is alive. We're fine. Everything is good. The stream like straight up almost died for a hot second, but we're fine.
Oi, oi, shinjin ga enryo nanka suru na yo. Nomura, akiramero. Kore mo rippa na taishi ni naru tame no shiren da. Shiren tte iu ka, are wa shigoki daro.
This is one of the assistant pages. He's a page in training, and Soma-kun is Kondo's page. We've just met them. Kinda.
Sonja, chokkura 2人を借りていくぜ。
Okay. Please take care of them. Soma gulped deeply and he looked nervous. Nomura, on the other hand, looked ready to cry as Nagakura dragged them both off to training. I wish the two of them the best of luck. Here's some parched barley tea, Kondo. Supposedly it lowers the body's temperature.
Arigatou. Yukimura-kun no irete kureta hocha wa nomiyasukute choudo ii na.
Thank you. He was deep in thought, arms crossed and stern. Things were bad since Lord Iamochi's death. Kondo especially was having a difficult time. Perhaps it was best if I simply left him alone. I turned and had already begun to walk away when he spoke. His coughing had grown more violent and more frequent lately. Perhaps... What did he say? Her?
今日に来る前、宗司の姉のミツさんからくれぐれもよろしく頼むと言われていてな。
Oh, Okita has an older sister?
ああ。両親を早くに亡くしているから、ミツさんが親代わりとなって宗司を育てたんだよ。
No, I see. Okita seems to have been through a lot.
まあ、あいつは素直で前向きだからな。苦労したとは思っていないだろうが。
あの根性曲がりを相手にそんなことを言えるのは日の本博士といえどあんたぐらいだと思うぜ。
Hijikata.
お、トシ、どうしたんだ？一緒に麦湯でも飲むか？
Slight pause to appreciate how adorable it is that Kondo just refers to Hijikata as Toshi. It's a nice nod to just how much history these guys have between them. It's worth paying attention to the way they all refer to each other.
いや、麦湯は別にいらねえが、三条大橋に建てられてる生殺のことを知ってるか？
ああ、知っているとも。長州の罪状を記した札のことだろう。
ああ、あの生殺を引き抜いて鴨川に捨てたバカがいるらしい。
無論その話は聞いている。だがその生殺は後日立て直されたんじゃなかったのか？
そいつがまた引き抜かれちまったそうだ。そろそろ俺たちに声がかかるんじゃねえか？
以前札が引き抜かれたのは確か夜中だったな。であれば三男君の羅刹体を使ったらどう
だ？羅刹体か。
何か引っかかることでもあるのか？
あいつらは確かによく働いてくれるが、やりすぎなんだよ。どんな役目につけても関わったものをすべて皆殺しにしてきちまう。
Gosh, it's like they're bloodthirsty or something. How weird.
しかもそれだけじゃ飽き足らねえ。元の形をとどめねえくらい死体をバラバラに切り刻んだりしやがる。新選組の仕業だと気づかれねえようにするためとはいえ、ありゃいくらなんでもやりすぎだ。新選組は人殺し集団じゃねえ。死体で遊ぶのはやめろといくら諌めても治らねえ。あれじゃ辻斬り連中と変わらねえ。
I felt a shiver snake down my spine as he spoke. Even after a year, I remembered with terrifying clarity what I'd seen when I first arrived in Kyoto. The Furies. They'd behaved as if possessed by evil spirits, their swords mercilessly hacking away at dead men. It hadn't been hatred or fear that drove them, but some sort of twisted amusement. I didn't think I'd ever forget the half-mad smiles each had worn.
ま、いくつか手を考えてみるか。
そうだな。細かいことは都市に任せるよ。ところで、この間聞いたところによると、将軍後見職の一橋慶喜公がだな。
あの人か。家康公の再来なんて言われてるそうだな。確かに頭はいいのかもしれねえが。
Before long, they'd started to discuss politics I didn't understand, and I politely excused myself. AKA, politics not crucial to this story, so they take us away from it. I thought back on what Hijikata had said. It was true Sannan had been acting strange, and the Fury Corp had been getting more and more violent. There was a lot on my mind, but what worried me the most was saving my game and then figuring out which option I need to choose to fall in love with Heisuke. Which is apparently the notice board, but we're going to save first. And bear with me for just a hot second, my friends. I need to shift something here. There we go. All right. A lot more meta. It's so strange. She's good practice, because my voice is not normally that high. Sustaining that for several hours is an interesting feat. Apparently, we're worried about the notice board. So that's what we're gonna pick. Just as Hijikata predicted, a few days later, the order came down for the Shinsengumi to guard the notice board. All divisions not on regular patrol rounds were directed to take turns on guard duty. The first day was quiet, and the men on duty spent most of it simply standing around.
Oi, oi. いくらなんでもだらけすぎだろ。ちゃんとしろよ、ちゃんと。
Oh boy. Bro squad. I like that their banter tends to generally consist of Nagakura bitching about something and Harada basically telling him why he's a bitch for bitching about it. And then they eventually just turn both bitchings on Heisuke and he yells and whines and then Chizuru rescues him. It's good.
そんなこと言われてもよ。島原で夜明かしするんならともかく、夜を徹して見張りとなると身が入らねえこと入らねえこと。さすがに今日こそは何か起きてくれねえとな。今夜の当番は佐野お前の組だろ。
そうだったな。ま、役目は果たすさ。
Just then. Oh, hello, Ito. Hello to you too, Miki.
あら、お三方。もしかしてこの部屋使ってらっしゃるのかしら？
Ito and Miki entered the room, followed by a bunch of warriors from the Ito faction.
なんだ、ぞろぞろと連れ立って。何か用でもあるんですか？
これから新論を題材に同志諸君と議論をしようと思っているのだけど。
Lol, what? Are you having a debate club? Okay, interesting. Imperial Nationalist Party theory. That seems problematic. But whatever.
よろしければ皆さん方もご一緒にいかがかしら？
兄貴も嫌味だな。新論どころか四書五経すらまともに読んでないような奴らが議論なんてできるはずないだろ。
How much longer till this dude gets bodied? We have a few chapters to go, unfortunately. The 4 books and 5 classics. Literature containing the core values and most important aspects of Confucianism. Okay, then. So basically they're gonna come in here and have a little debate club about philosophy. So fancy.
まあ、この子ったらなんてことを言うのかしら。お気を悪くなさらないでね、お三方。同志諸君、ここはもう使ってらっしゃるようですから、別の部屋に行くことにしましょう。
Ito and his men went back out into the hallway and disappeared. And that is true. It was definitely a very samurai thing to do, so, like, they're being classy. But they're also being dicks because they're pointing out that we're not classy enough to do that shit.
As soon as they were out of sight, Nagakura's face warped.
ったく相変わらず嫌味な連中だぜ。
仲間を集めてコソコソしやがって。実際は何を議論してるんだか分かったもんじゃねえな。近藤さんも平助も何を考えてあんな奴らを引っ張ってきたんだか。
It wasn't just Nagakura and Harada who didn't seem to like Ito much. I'd heard plenty of the other captains and even some of the soldiers talking about him in less than glowing terms. There was no way Ito himself hadn't picked up on it, but he seemed to have larger concerns than his reputation, and had devoted his efforts to increasing his power base within the Shinsengumi. Oh, hello, Takeda.
先ほど伊藤さんたちがここへ来たはずだが。
Yes, they were just here. They went off to another room to have some discussion or something.
別室だと。会合を開く際は一声かけてくださいと言ってあったのに、もしや私を参加させぬために。
Takeda muttered to himself and he went out of the common room.
なんだありゃ。
伊藤さんの腰巾着をしようと思ったが相手にされてねってとこだろう。武田さんも最近体内に居場所がねえみてえだしな。
After Harada said that, he suddenly got up.
さてと、そろそろ頃合いだな。行ってくるとするか。
Oh,
なんだ？もしかしてお前もついてくるつもりか？やめとけ。お前は鬼連中から狙われてんだろ。夜の巡察には連れて行けねえよ。
I suppose you're right. All this sitting around all day started to make me chafe. I wanted to help somehow, but Harada was right. If I went with him, I'd just end up getting in the way. Well, please be careful. Okay, Harada?
おう、わかってるって。
Bye, bro.
That night they struck, or tried to. 8 men from the Tosa domain challenged Harada and his division by trying to tear down the notice board.
Case we needed to know about the Tosa domain. A domain ruled by the opposition daimyo Yamauchi. The domain supported the imperial unification, but many ronin of the Tosa region were imperialists. Hashtag politics.
The fighting was furious but short. Harada managed to capture some of the perpetrators, although some of his captives later managed to escape. Harada and his division were honored by the Aizu domain for their service to the shogunate and were given a reward. When he was asked how the captured men had managed to escape, he simply replied, "It was too dark to get a good look," and said no more. Several days had passed. I accompanied the captains to a meal at Sumi.
So, Sumi is a restaurant located in Shimabara, which is the Kyoto red light district. Wahoo! Where high-ranking courtesans can be hired for entertainment. Yay.
いやー、佐野、お前は本当によくやった。まさか報奨金でみんなにご馳走したいなんて言ってくれるとはな。
新八さん、褒めるならそこじゃなくて生殺を守りきったってところじゃない？
いや、そこはもちろん褒めるけどな。それ以上にここの感情を佐野が持ってくれるってことに感激して涙がちょちょぎれそうで。みんな、今夜は佐野のおごりだ。目いっぱい飲んで日頃の憂さを晴らしてくれ。
てめえ、人の金だと思って。
佐野さんありがとうよ。今日は感情を気にせず好きなだけ飲ませてもらうからな。
Ramen sounds great, actually.
みんながみんなお酒を飲めるわけじゃないんだけどね。
そう言わずに、せっかく来たんだからうまいものをたんと食っとけ。
そうですよね。土方さんも遠慮せずにたくさん飲んでくださいね。
いや、俺は酒は。
へえ、まさか泣く子も黙る新選組副長ともあろう方が飲めないなんて言いませんよね。
てめえ知ってて言ってやがるだろう。わざとらしいんだよ。
I wasn't sure if it was all right of me as a woman to be joining them, but it was an incredibly rare opportunity for me to visit Shimabara. I guess I could enjoy the festivities while here.
おおきにお頼申します。
Agegi in the beautiful kimono stepped through to greet us with a smile that was both dazzling and demure.
So, Agegi is a woman who works with the clientele for private entertainment services, in case you weren't sure. Cultural dances or plays musical instruments for her customers, also known as a geisha or geiko. I'd be interested to know why they opted for the term geigi.
Her skin was as white as porcelain, with soft red highlights. Her lips looked soft and full, and her hair shone in the light like fine yards of silk. For a moment, I stared in awe of her beauty, my own sex forgotten. Something flickered in her eyes, but it was gone almost immediately. Then she smiled, and it was like watching a flower bloom.
今晩お相手させていただきます。君菊どす。
Hey, she's an oiran. A really, really good one, apparently. Oh no, you recognize the anime sexy voice. She's also using language that is definitely unique to the geisha or the geigi. It's it's not keigo, but it's definitely different language, and you can kind of tell by the endings on the words that she uses.
すぐにお料理もできますよって。存分に楽しんでいってください。
Indeed it had, and once the food had arrived, the party truly began.
やっぱ高い酒は違うな。喉がキューッとするよ、キューッと。
Y'all, we're about to watch Heisuke get wasted.
スケ、お前さっきから飯も食わずに飲んでばっかじゃねえか。すきっ腹で飲むと酔いが回るのが早えぞ。いや、豚書じゃこんな高い酒飲めねえし、飯で腹いっぱいにしちまうのがもったいなくてさ。
貧乏くせえセリフだな。今日ぐらいは気にしないで飲んでいけよ。
さすが傷っ腹、いやいや太っ腹。
Wait, how old is Heisuke? They're never specific about ages, actually. Historically, I don't know how old he's supposed to be. Maybe Professor Lin can tell us. Presumably he's old enough to drink. If they even had laws about that in the late 1800s. 22 to 23? That's... seems likely. I know Hijikata is like in his mid-30s. Okay, so yeah, he's like 23. He just looks like a little shrimpy shrimp. Thanks, Inarzes. Thanks, man.
Oh, I can't drink, so I'm just enjoying the food.
お、そうだったっけ。 そんじゃ料理をたらふく食っとけよ。
Although, since Chizuru just said she can't drink, that has me wondering how old she is.
せっかく来たんだから楽しんでいかねえと損だぞ。
Thanks. Still, it was the first time I'd ever eaten anything expensive. Although, to be honest, I couldn't taste much of a difference.
新選組の土方藩って鬼のような方と聞いてましたけど、なんや役者みたいなええ男ですな。
よく言われる。
Ah, that's true. Cultural thing. You're right. I like how she's like, oh, you're so handsome. You're like an actor. He's like, yeah, I get that a lot.
Kimigiku and Hijikata chatted easily while she poured him his sake, looking almost too beautiful to be real, like they'd stepped out of a painting.
にしても立て札を守っただけでこんだけの報奨金が出るんなら、全員捕まえてたらどれだけの大金がもらえてたんだろうな。なあ、サノ、どうして逃がしちまったんだ？
You are correct, Lyra. We do know that girl.
8人くらいならなんとかできねえ数じゃねえだろう。
わあ、俺もそれが不思議だったんだ。敵を絶対に逃がさないよう取り囲んでたんだろ。一旦捕まえたやつもいたらしいのに、本当は何があったんだよ。
Harada fell silent, his face slipping into a frown. He stayed that way for a moment or two, then looked inexplicably at me.
お前、あの晩どこかに出かけなかったか？
What? I hesitated, unsure of what he was getting at. No, I didn't go anywhere. Why?
本当にあの夜は外に出てねえんだな。
Yes, I'm sure. I've never left the compound alone, ever.
おい、どうしたんだ？
見間違いであってくれりゃいいんだが、あの晩は月も出てなくて暗かったからな。だが、あれだけ近くで見たんだ。絶対に間違うはずがね
え。Harada, what are you talking about?
いや、実はだな。立て札を引っこ抜こうとした土佐藩士を取り囲んだ時、お前によく似た顔の女に邪魔されて囲みを破られちまったんだ。
Oh shit.
What? The whole room went silent. Harada just spoke above a whisper, but each of us could hear him perfectly. A girl who looked just like me?
まあそんな時もある。何にせよ今日は佐野のおごりだ。朝まで飲もうぜ。
賛成。今日は限界に挑戦してやるぜ。
Okay, boys. Calm down.
In just a few minutes, Heisuke and Nagakura had the party back in full swing, but I couldn't get my mind off what Harada had said. Then, what had he seen? I felt like I need to consult the walkthrough again.
Ah, there we go. Strange is what we must choose.
I felt strange. What would you call something like this, after all? A ghost? No, I was still alive. Was it some sort of astral projection then? Whatever it was, there was something out there that looked just like me causing trouble. It was depressing.
さっきは悪かったな。おかしなこと言っちまって。別にお前を疑ってるわけじゃねえんだ。俺たちの邪魔をしてもお前が得することなんて何もねえはずだしな。
No, no, it's not like that. I'm fine. Please don't worry about me.
Oh no, Grim. You should go to bed, dude. The VOD will be here for you. Yeah, and actually, Mubata's right. I should save. It's been a little while. Go to bed, Grim.
I know for sure that I was at the temple that night. Besides, I don't think I could even get to Sanjo Ohashi without one of you guys.
Oh.
なんだ。まだ道順を覚えてねえのか。結構順札にも出てるんだろう。
Alright, Grim. Good night. Sleep well. Get some rest.
Well, a long time, yes, but all of the streets look the same. And there aren't any landmarks to help me out. You don't think it's hard to find your way around Kyoto?
お前らしいっちゃお前らしいかもしれねえけど。今日に来て3年になるんだし、そろそろ慣れてもいい頃じゃねえか。
Jesus. This is where we sit in shock momentarily and realize we've been here with them for 3 years.
You think so? Just then, a thought struck me. Oh! Heisuke.
なんだ
Do you think maybe the girl Harada's talking about is the one we met? You remember? Her name was Kaoru? We met her when we were out on patrol with Okita.
あ、そういえば
He smacked his leg heartily as if he remembered.
でも掃除は似てるって言ってたけど俺はそうでもないと思ったけどな
And yes, indeed, we have been prisoner hostage guests of the Shinsengumi for 3 years.
Oh. He was right. In fact, Okita had teased him mercilessly about it. Perhaps it didn't mean what I suspected it did. I was deep in thought when Harada spoke up.
なんだ。もしかして知り合いなのか。
前に巡察の最中に会った女の子がいてさその子がこいつにそっくりだって掃除が言ってたんだ俺はそんなに似てなかったと思うんだけどなんせ向こうはお嬢さん姿だったし
God damn it, Heisuke.
That was true too. I'd been disguised as a man, but Kaoru had been wearing a woman's kimono. But did Heisuke only think we didn't look alike because of how we'd been dressed?
その女のことはよくわからんが。とりあえず、平助に女を見る目がねえってことはよくわかったぜ。
はあなんでそうなるんだよ
Heisuke has a bit of a clothing fetish. He might.
Harada shot back a clever retort and then they were off, bickering playfully back and forth. I watched them yell and gesticulate, but my mind was elsewhere. Perhaps my face and Kaoru's did look similar, or even the same. But if it had been her, then what was her purpose in impeding Harada?
Yeah, Chizuru still looks pretty girly. Like, up close, I feel like it'd be real hard to believe she's a boy.
Anyone who lived in Kyoto would have known the Shinsengumi and what that board represented. I felt Harada's hand on my shoulder.
まあ、この世には似た顔をした人間が3人はいるって言うしな。
I can only assume that this is some sort of, like, idiom or proverb that he's quoting that might be unique to Japan.
その女の仕業だって決めつけるのはちょっと早計だぜ。
Hey, Rude, welcome.
I didn't know if there were really 3 people out there with my face, but he had a point. To all appearances, she was just a normal girl. I couldn't imagine someone like her deciding to mess with the Shinsengumi and then just disappear into the night.
雪村、その話、詳しく聞かせてくれ。
Oh, well... While we were out on patrol a while ago, we met a girl named Kaoru. She looked a lot like me, and, Saito listened quietly but looked up into my eyes when I finished, his face tense.
偶然とは思えん。一度その者に話を聞いてみる価値はありそうだな。
But she didn't look like someone who would want to harm the Shinsengumi. Or even could.
ごく普通の町娘を装うことなどいくらでもできる。その女子と会ったのは本当に初めてなのか。
Congratulations, Renegade. Well done.
Yes. Okita thought she looked just like me. Although Heisuke didn't agree.
今日に親戚はいないのか。同じ顔の人間などそうめったにいるものではない。
No, I don't have any. My father never told me I had any either. If I had relatives here, I think my father would have told me to contact them. Not Dr. Matsumoto.
なるほど。
He didn't look entirely convinced, but apparently I'd said enough because he asked me no more questions.
さてと、いい感じに酒も回ってきたことだし、これのあれをやらせてもらうぜ。
Oh no.
お、来た来た。さすが園。待ってました。
Bro Squad is in full force right now, y'all.
ほら、目かっぴらいてしっかり見とけ。
Here you go, everyone. You're welcome.
この腹はな、そんじょそこらの腹じゃねえ。刃物の味を知ってるんだぜ。
The now quite drunk Harada pulled open his shirt with a lopsided grin, pointing at the ugly scar across his belly. The Oiran feigned polite interest.
なに威張ってやがんだ。切腹の作法も知らないゲス野郎って煽られて短気起こしててめえで詰めただけじゃねえか。
足りねえよ。男たる者面目をぶっ潰されて黙ってられるか。
佐野さん豪気だよな。もしそのまま死んじまってたらどうするつもりだったんだ。
そらそん時に考える。
あのさ、死んじまってたらそもそも考えられねえんじゃね。
んじゃ考えるのをやめてそのまま死んでやるよ。
Probably nothing, because he'd be dead. Yeah, no shit.
武士道とは死ぬことと見つけたりなんてな。
そんじゃその名誉をたたえてっと。
From out of nowhere, Nagakura produced a brush and its accompanying ink and began to draw on Harada's stomach.
あ、てめえ何しやがる。
Oh, bro squad.
いや、こんだけ見事な刀傷なんだ。名前でもつけて可愛がってやろうぜ。
There you go.
もしかしたらそのうち喋り始めるかもしれねえぞ。
バカ野郎、俺の傷は人面鼠かっつの。
ちょ、佐野さんやばいって。佐野さんが喋るためにあんなとこにある口がピクピク動いて。
Apparently, this was hilarious to Heisuke, who cackled uncontrollably, hands wrapped around his stomach and face red with mirth. Oh, Harada. The three of them cavorted and tumbled around the room like children, and in spite of myself, I began to laugh. The party lasted until morning, or so I heard. I'd left before it ended, for reasons of my own, but I heard plenty about it later. There was a lot for me to worry about, not the least of which was my possibly evil doppelganger. But I found it impossible to feel sorry for myself amidst all that good cheer.
Time to save the game. Gosh, what are we on these days? Let's see. Chapter 3, 5. I think I've got another hour in me. How are you all doing?
All right, Truant. Sleep well. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time, hopefully. All right, Lyra, get some sleep, my friend. Take care. We'll see you next time.
I will happily send you screenshots, Druid Hero. Or just point you to where you can get them, honestly. Alright, let's do this thing, my friends. You drink a little bit of water here. Can I just point out that I kind of love the papery texture and tooth that they've kind of got going on with the backgrounds here? They're really nice.
December 1866. I was sweeping a section of the compounds despite being nearly frozen to the bone. Well, that should do it. I wanted to help out as much as I could, but since they still refused to let me out without an escort, there wasn't a great deal I could do. Still, I helped clean our home and that felt good. Hopefully they'd like it too.
お、境内を掃除してくれていたのか。助かるな。
Oh, hello, Kondo. It's gotten really cold lately, hasn't it?
今日に来てからずいぶん経つが、この寒さにはどうも慣れんな。
Kyoto seems to have really extreme weather. It's like super gross and humid in the summer and then apparently very cold.
He rubbed his hands together and blew on them in a mostly vain attempt to warm them up. I've picked up a bunch of dead leaves, so I was thinking about roasting potatoes later. Would you like some? They'll warm you up. Kondo gave me a little wry smile.
焼き芋か。昔はよくやったもんな。
Oh. I flushed with embarrassment. Kondo was a very busy man, as management of the Shinsengumi was not easy. A man like that didn't have time for roasting potatoes. You've been really busy lately. I hope you're taking care of yourself.
まあ、こういう時代だからな。忙しいってことは、それだけ新選組が頼りにされてるってことだ。名誉なことさ。
Just notice more and more each time we see Kondo, he sounds more tired and more run down. It's like really sad.
True. In the last several weeks, Kondo and Hijikata had left the temple often to go meet with important shogunate officials. They scarcely had time to breathe, let alone relax. At that moment, almost as if my thoughts had summoned him, Hijikata appeared.
Oh, Kondo-san. こんなところにいたのか。
Seriously though, roasted potatoes sounds great. I just want all the Japanese food right now, honestly. Karagen ramen. God damn it. Also, I would like some miso onigiri. I need to try and make that based on that recipe that I found.
おお、トシ、どこに行ってたんだ。探したぞ。次の将軍がだな。家持将軍の後見人だった一橋慶喜公に決まったようだ。
やっぱりあの人に決まったか。他にやる人なんざいねえんだから、もったいぶらずにさっさと引き受けりゃいいのによ。
トシ、将軍公になられた方に向かってその言い方はないだろう。あの方は東照神君家康公の再来と呼ばれるほど英明な方なんだぞ。
まあいい。将軍が誰になろうが、俺たちはその将軍の下で戦うだけだ。
そうだな。俺たちが頑張れば、それだけ将軍公も徳川幕府も安泰ってわけだ。
Only 20 days after Lord Yoshinobu had been officially inaugurated as the new shogun, the emperor suddenly passed away. It was especially hard on the emperor's younger sister, Kazunomiya, who had been married to Lord Iemochi and was intended to be a symbol of imperial unification. But everyone on both sides was shocked by his death. He was succeeded by the imperial prince, a young boy of only 15 years. In the turmoil, the activities of the Choshu domain went uninvestigated. The entire country of Japan found itself thrust into rapid motion.
Politics are fun.
End of December 1867. As we faced the end of the year, we all began preparing ourselves for the end of the year major cleaning of the compounds. One morning, my breath made small white clouds in my room as I dressed, shivering the whole time. It seems especially cold today. I mean, the temple's always pretty cold, but today seems different. If it's this cold, there may be a few warriors that could catch a cold. I rubbed my hands together and blew on them in a small attempt to warm my frozen fingers. Then I heard someone outside my door, and when they spoke, it was with such energy that for a moment I forgot the cold completely. I recognized that voice. Good morning, Heisuke. Why are you so excited? Did something happen?
いやいやいや、すげえんだって。お前も見てみろよ。
What?
とにかく外に出てみろって。
He grabbed my hand and I stumbled after him. The light was bright and the air was cold, and my eyes snapped shut against both instinctively.
ほら、綺麗だろ。
I slowly opened them again. Oh, wow!
なあ、すっげえだろ。昨日寝るときは降ってなかったのに。
You're right, this is incredible! How could this much snow fall in one night? It was the same temple courtyard I'd grown used to seeing every day, but now it looked like an entirely different world. Amidst the snow were a few other familiar things. Good morning!
お、来たか。どうだ、意外と積もったもんだろう。
そのせいで今日は寒い寒い。犬も庭を駆け回る寒さってとこだな。
Nagakata jerked his head at Heisuke with a grin.
No worries, Danny. Yep, time for the Bro Squad Snowball War.
Heisuke scowled.
そりゃ寒いに決まってるだろ。新八さんは年中半裸みたいなもんだしな。
半裸だろうが全裸だろうが大丈夫だろう。新八はなんつうか風邪ひかない系だからな。
見てるだけで寒いよな。せめてなんか一枚羽織ってくれば。
バッカお前。寒いからってこの肉体美を隠すなんぞ罰が当たんぞ。それに佐野だって似たようなもんじゃねえか。な、そう思うよな。
I tried to laugh it off. That wasn't an argument I wanted to be part of. To be honest, though, none of them were dressed for the weather. Although looking at them didn't make me feel cold, per se. Anyway, look at all this snow. There's so much.
だよな。こんだけ雪が降ったんだから遊びたいと思わねえ？
Well, I don't think we have enough snow to make a fort. Do you want to make snow bunnies?
I know, right? Like, sometimes Chizuru says things that you're like, hey there, girl. She's not blind.
おいおい、バカ言っちゃいけねえな。そんな軟弱な遊び、俺らに似合うわけねえだろ。
軟弱かどうかはともかく、新八が雪うさぎなんて可愛らしいもん作ってたら、俺は笑い死にするぜ。
Then, what should we do?
そんなの決まってんだろ。
Almost in unison, they bent down, began to dig in the snow, and... Wait, a snowball fight?
ごめいと、実はもう組も分けてあるんだ。お前は俺と一緒な。
相方が平助じゃ頼りないだろうが、くじの結果だ。運が悪かったと思ってくれ。
んなことないって。俺がいる限りこいつには絶対当てさせねえし。よし、任せとけ。俺がしっかり守ってやるからな。
They looked excited to begin, but... If I leave my room to go play, Hijikata's gonna get mad.
いやいや、これは遊びじゃなくて訓練なんだよ。
What?
そうそう。飛んでくる雪玉を避けることによって反射神経を鍛えるんだ。お、そういうと筋が通ってねえか？
It had. Right up until he asked if it did.
このぐらいじゃ土方さんも怒んないって。な、絶対楽しいから。
Okay. I guess a few minutes couldn't hurt. After all, it wasn't every day the snow fell this thick. So I wanted to make the best of it. I dug my hands into the snow and started to pack some projectiles of my own. Before long, I felt a snowball fly through the air near me, barely grazing my arm. Hey! I wasn't ready! I picked up one of mine and threw it back, but I was no match for them. For each snowball I threw, they returned 5 or 6. And every single one was aimed at Heisuke. Are you hurt?
大丈夫じゃねえけど大丈夫だ。つうか新八ちゃん佐野さん、なんで俺ばっかり攻撃するんだよ。
ああ、なんだよ平介。じゃあもう一人を狙えっていうのか。
そうかそうか。俺らを恨むなよ。薄情な平助を恨め。
そんなのダメに決まってんだろ。
I don't think a couple of snowballs are really gonna hurt me.
俺の心情的にダメなんだよ。よし、こうなりゃ佐野さんも新八さんもどんどん俺に投げてこい。そんなヘナチョコ玉当たってもいた。いっていって石入ってんだろ。
人聞きの悪いこと言うなって。まあ確かに新八のバカ力で握ると石と大して変わらなくなっちまうがな。
Gosh, you don't have to take it so seriously. I lobbed a snowball at them in protest, but they dodged it easily. Ugh, this is frustrating. But they were only getting started. Heisuke had been backed up against a tree by a barrage of snowfire. He seemed to have given up on actually fighting back and was instead wielding a long icicle like a sword and cutting down the incoming snowballs. Was this really still a snowball fight?
意外としぶといじゃねえか平助。
ま、ここまでよく頑張ったよ。だがこれで終わりだ。
These guys are fucking serious.
どこ投げてんだよ二人とも。全然大外れだし。
He was right. Their throws seemed to be shooting awfully wide of the mark. Not a single one even came near Heisuke. They all seemed to be hitting the tree behind him. Wait. Oh no! Heisuke, move! But it was too late. He looked up just as the now overloaded branches released their burden. Heisuke? Heisuke! Heisuke! He crawled out from under the snow, ready to continue, but at that moment, Hijikata appeared. He was not pleased. It seemed errant snowballs had put holes in several of the sliding doors. Harada and Nagakura took the lion's share of the blame, and the fight was ended then and there. His adventure soaked Heisuke from top to bottom. Fortunately, I had a fire in my room, over which he was drying his hair. Stop moving. You're going to catch a cold if you run off with wet hair. His hair was much longer than mine. It was going to take a while for it to dry. As I wiped it carefully with a towel, he smiled a bit. I didn't think he even realized he was doing it.
I know, look at the precious face, it's so cute.
Hi, Red Blue, welcome. What?
ほら、今回は2人がお前を狙わなかったからよかったけどさ。絶対当てさせないなんて言っときながら、実際に狙ってきたら防げたかわかんねえし。今日は完全に負け戦だよな。
He seemed so sad.
Which one do I pick? Oh, that one's not in here. Shoot. Well, I think did we pick correctly the last time with you or heroic? I'm gonna save just in case.
Save desu.
The walkthrough I have doesn't have this answer. Oh wait, I'm just reading the wrong one because I'm stupid. Hold on. I'm fine. I just scrolled to the wrong spot like a moron. Oh no, we have to say sorry I couldn't help you out. Okay.
No, it's my fault. I should have had your back. If I'd done better, then maybe we could have beaten them.
なんだ、お前って案外過激なやつなんだな。
He smiled. Yes! We did it!
そうだな。じゃあ今日はお互いまだまだだったってことで。できればさ、次に雪合戦する時も同じ組でやろうな。
Yeah. Next time we'll win.
おう。そうだな。
He looked at me for a long moment and I saw his face fall.
なあ。
What is it?
もし仮にさ、自分の中に譲れない信念があって、自分の信じる道を行きたいとする。でも、もしその道を貫くために障害となる相手を排除する必要があるとしたら、お前ならどうする？
For a moment I just stared at him. The question had been so unexpected. I wasn't sure what to make of it. But it didn't take me long to realize that whatever had prompted the question, it meant a great deal to Heisuke. I chose my words very carefully. I think it's wrong to, get rid of someone just because they're in the way, or because they don't see eye to eye with you.
Playing for honor, what was the question? I can back it up if nobody else minds. Let's see. So he says, I have this friend and he has something he really believes in and he knows what he's got to do to get there. But in order to do that, sometimes he has to get rid of people in his way or whatever. What would you do?
Well, at least that's what I would have said.
昔の?
You know, before. But after spending so much time with the Shinsengumi, I think I'm starting to get it. They're all doing what they do because they believe in what they're fighting for. And the guys on the other side feel the same way. It's not about who's good or who's bad. There are just some people in the world that you're never going to be able to get along with. Of course, I still can't really get behind actually killing people, but...
そうだな。誰とでも簡単に分かり合えるなら、俺たちが戦い続ける必要もないだろうしな。
A samurai is someone who follows the path he thinks is the right one. Isn't that how it works? I don't think it's bad to fight for your beliefs.
そっか。やっぱお前に話してよかったよ。俺さ、自分が正しいと思うものが全てをかけるに足るものかどうか悩んでたんだ。そしてきっと今でもまだ悩んでる。
His voice faded out as he looked down into the glowing coals.
でもお前のおかげで吹っ切れた。俺は一人の侍として道を貫こうと思う。
Heisuke. He looked at me and smiled, but behind the smile I could see doubts, and sadness, and confusion. There was something almost beautiful about it, but it broke my heart. Being a warrior and a member of the Shinsengumi was very important to Heisuke, but I sensed something else was going on, throwing him into turmoil. I didn't know what, but it seemed clear that whatever else he intended to do, it would involve following the path of the warrior, perhaps to his death. Maybe that was to be expected. But it didn't change the fact I hoped he'd live. We sat there for several more minutes in silence.
Ouch. Just ouch. Especially knowing what's coming. Whew. That hurts. Smooch! We gon' save. And you know what else? Let's look at our warrior record. Check it out, y'all. 80%. We got that good ending in the bag. We're doing this shit right. He love us. What do we want? More smooches. When do we want them? Now!
April 1867. Oh! Hey, look, Okita! Cherry blossoms have bloomed! They're magnificent! Look! The seasons changed and spring came. Kyoto was filled with the cherry blossoms, and the whole city took on a festive atmosphere. Surrounded by the gentle cheer of spring, my footsteps felt somehow lighter.
このところ暖かくなってきたし、今日はいい天気だし、浮かれる気持ちもわからなくはないけど、一緒に歩いてる僕たちのことも少しは考えてほしいな。
Nah, in fairness, pretty much all of the smooching and like hyper romantic shit is in the second game, which is the second half of the story, effectively. And yeah, Hakuoki makes you work fucking hard for them smooches. But it makes them wonderful when you finally get there.
I gasped and turned around to look at my surroundings. The townsmen were looking at me dubiously as I expressed my excitement over the weather. Okay, I'll be careful. Maybe I was spacing out because things had quieted down a bit, and I let my guard down. Hey, Okita.
Nani?
In that narrow alleyway over there, there seems to be a few Ronin that saw us and snuck away.
そんなのいちいち気にしてもしょうがないでしょ。
Really?
もし本当に尊重派な老子だったら、もっと堂々としているはずだよ。僕らの姿を見て慌てて逃げるような連中は正直言って雑魚だよ、雑魚。
I see.
まあ僕たちに絡んでくるほど度胸がある老子なんて今の今日にはいないと思うけどね。
The Shinsengumi's gotten pretty famous around Kyoto, hasn't it? That uniform stands out a lot, too.
ま、目立って困ることもあるけどね。
When the men wore their uniforms, people seemed to notice them at first glance, which at first probably seemed like a good thing, but their uniform had become a symbol. But there was some argument among the Shinsengumi about if they should adopt a new one. Some people, such as Ito, felt that the uniform should be changed because it wasn't fashionable. Is Ito back from the Imperial territories yet?
そうみたいだね。別に帰ってこなくてもよかったんだけど。
Ah, don't be like that.
Make it samurai, but fashion.
He went to go recruit some of his friends and acquaintances, right?
ま、そういうことになってるけど。実際、どこまで行ってきたんだろうね。
I didn't hear the details, but I hear he went to more places than he originally planned. If he put in all that effort, then he must really care about the Shinsengumi, right?
君はそう思ってるんだ。
Am I wrong?
違わないけどね。
Soji, you're kind of the worst sometimes, man.
He said it in a suggestive way.
近藤さん、優しいからな。あんな人、早く切っちゃえばいいのに。
You really shouldn't, Okita. How could you joke about killing one of your companions?
どうしね。
He scoffed and then fell silent. Ever since he'd first arrived, Okita and the rest had never seemed to like Ito much. But when he said it aloud in public, it still surprised me. I glanced around to make sure no one had been paying attention. Oh! There in the crowd, a face I'd seen before. I stopped walking. Kaoru? The face that looked back could have easily been mine. There was no way I could have ever mistaken that face. But no sooner than when I spotted her had she disappeared, melting into the crowd. Kaoru!
ちょっと、どこに行くつもり？
He made a grab for my arm, but I'd already moved out of his reach. I might get in trouble for it, but if I didn't go quickly, I'd lose her. Sorry, Okita, there's something I have to do. I caught a glimpse of his confused face as I ducked into the crowd.
勝手な行動は慎めっていつも言ってると思うんだけど、面倒を見させられるこっちの身にもなってほしいな。
I ran through the crowd as fast as I could, bobbing and weaving around citizens going about their business, until at last I caught up to her.
あなたは
She was Kaoru, no mistake.
どうなさったんです？そんなに息を切らせて。
Sorry. For surprising you, that is. Kaoru, do you remember me?
ええ、新選組の方たちと一緒にいた人ですよね。覚えていますよ。
May I ask you something?
何でしょう？
I gulped. I knew I had to choose my words carefully when asking her. One of the Shinsengumi saw a girl who looked like me at Sanjo Ohashi Bridge a while ago. Could that have been you?
さあ、三条大橋は普通に通るところですけど、もし私がそこに行ったとして、何か問題が終わりになるのですか？
Oh. I was embarrassed for asking her what seemed to be an irrelevant question, but her eyes thinned.
もしかして、あなたがお聞きになりたいのは、夜にその場所へ行ったことがあるかどうかではありませんか？
Could it be? If it was an autumn night and you got in the Shinsengumi's way.
もしそうなら問題大ありだね。君には死んでもらわなきゃならないかな。
Oh, Okita. Hadn't realized he'd caught up with me so quickly.
これは新選組の沖田さん。いつぞやはどうもありがとうございました。
She bowed, but Okita didn't even seem to notice.
で、答えはどっちなのかな。心当たりはあるの？ないの？
Okita wore the same half smile he always did, but his body was as tight as a bowstring, ready to have this blade in hand at a moment's notice.
死んでもらうなんて、そんな恐ろしいことおっしゃらないでくださいな。三条大橋なんて昼間は誰でも通るところではありませんか。それに夜なんて、あの警察の騒ぎがありましたから怖くて近づけません。ただ雪村さんに顔が似ているというだけで私を疑うなんてひどいです。
She sadly looked down and I rushed to shake my head. Oh, of course, I understand. Sorry for asking something so rude. I guess it really wasn't her. I felt embarrassed for even doubting her for a second, so I apologized.
甘いな。そんな簡単に疑いを解くなんて。もし犯人だとしても、自分から私がやりましたなんて言うわけないじゃない。
Booker!
Well...
彼女を信じてあげようと思ったのはどうして？自分と似た顔をしてるから？それとも女の子だから？
I didn't have an answer. Kaoru then took one step back.
もう行っても構いませんか？用事がありますから失礼します。
Kaoru. She turned and ducked away, disappearing back into the crowd. Had I done the right thing, I wondered, in covering for her? I was pondering whether or not I should give chase again when I heard Okita begin to cough.
Oof.
Okita! Are you okay? Okita? As I stepped toward him, he threw out a hand and twisted his face upward to glare at me.
大丈夫。だから君はそこでじっとしていて。
It was the sheer force of his personality that stopped me, not just his words. For a little while he coughed as if his lungs were going to collapse. Eventually his coughing slowed, then began to subside. His cough finally ended and he wiped his sweat and looked up. Okita, is something wrong?
何が？
I mean... Why don't we find somewhere to rest? You don't look too well.
顔色が悪いのは君を追いかけて走ってきたせいだよ。それに今は巡察の最中でしょ。休んでる暇なんてあるはずないじゃない。
But...
もう大丈夫さ。落ち着いたから。それよりもさっきの人、カオルさんのことだけど、生殺事件のことを確かめたかった気持ちはよくわかる。大事なことだからね。でもそれならなおのこと、一人で動くのは無謀だよ。もし彼女が敵で仲間が近くに隠れてたらどうするつもりだったの？君一人で 対処できた？
Well,
無用な心配だったって言い切れる？彼女が君をおびき寄せるつもりだったとしたら、この場所は人目にもつかないし、叫んでも声が届きにくい格好の襲撃場所だよ。
you're right. She hadn't tried to attack me, but Okita was right. Next time I might not be so lucky. I could have easily run right into a trap.
巡察に同行している以上、行動には注意してくれないと。君は役立たずの子供なんだってこと、少しは自覚したら？
I gripped my fists and looked down. Sorry. I felt bad causing him extra stress, so I apologized and he sighed.
やれやれ。お説教なんて柄じゃないんだけどね。妙な遠慮はやめなよ。頼るべき時は頼ればいいんだからさ。君には散々迷惑かけられてるし、今さら何とも思わないけどね。
He let out a snort of laughter. That night, after everyone else had gone to bed, I lay awake thinking about what had happened. I couldn't forget what Okita had said. A useless kid. He was right. Compared to the captains... No, even compared to the weakest Shinsengumi foot soldier, I was pathetic. I had been lying there staring at the ceiling. My actions today were no doubt reckless. I mean, if this happened a little while ago, I'm sure I would have been killed. No questions asked. The fact that I got away with just a lecture shows that they're starting to trust me a little more, but I couldn't go on like this. Tomorrow I start working harder. But no sooner had I closed my eyes. What? There was a crash from the hallway outside my room. I rolled up and out of my bed just as the door exploded into my room. Standing in the hole was one of the Shinsengumi soldiers. Is something wrong? I called out to him despite being incredibly alert and guarded, but the soldier remained quiet. Did you need something? Huh? I squinted to get a clearer picture. Just then, his hair instantly turned white. His eyes were ominously red and he looked directly at me. He was one of the Furies.
Fuck.
To top it off, he was completely mad. Just like the warrior I saw that one night in Kyoto. I had to call for help. I couldn't possibly face a deranged superhuman monster on my own. I inhaled, preparing to call for help. No, I couldn't call for help. If I did, then I could risk jeopardizing the Shinsengumi's secret about the Furies. That would spell disaster for the Shinsengumi. I had to find another way. The Fury, unfortunately, was not similarly encumbered by doubts. Ah! His sword hissed through the air, and I felt the metal of its blade burn into the flesh of my arm.
Yeah, this happened before. Just imagine the scream, because it's late and I can't do that right now.
A sharp pain seared into my...
What? Oh, this is that weird sentence that makes no fucking sense.
A sharp pain seared in through my wound. The Fury saw my blood dripping, and his eyes became even more mad. Help! Blood sprang from the cut. I pressed down on it desperately with my free hand, but to no avail. Thick red liquid spilled between my fingers, fled down my arm and onto the floor.
血だその血をもっと俺によこせ
The Fury became increasingly erratic, and he started licking the blood-stained sword. He began to creep toward me, his movements odd and jerky, like a massive spider. Oh no! My back slammed against the wall. I'm going to die! Just when I prepared myself for death, I suddenly remembered Okita's words from earlier that day.
妙な遠慮はやめなよ。頼るべき時は頼ればいいんだからさ。
Okita, everyone. Someone, help!
Homeboy is crazy.
He was down on his hands and knees, licking my spilt blood off the floor. There was no samurai there. It seemed what little humanity he had left him entirely. I used his distraction to gain distance from him. Please, I beg to any god who might be listening, let someone come. He looked up from the floor. My sleeve was soaked in blood from the cut on my arm. His eyes locked onto it, and I saw them light up with animalistic hunger. His grin was a nightmarish thing. He kicked the floor roughly and came charging at me. No! There was no doubt he was going to kill me. I froze. I heard a voice from nearby, and I immediately followed orders and ducked. The Fury seemed to be shocked to see Hijikata coming out of nowhere. The Fury spun to attack Hijikata, but the commander's sword was faster. His twisted cry reverberated from the room's walls. He writhed in agony, but his wound started to heal immediately. Yes! As I ran to his side, I heard other footsteps pounding down the hallways.
無事か
こいつまさかこいつこの間落ち水を飲まされた大使だなここまで狂っちまっちゃ生かしておくわけにはいかねえか
At some unspoken signal, a chorus of blades slid from their scabbards.
新発案佐野さん抜かるんじゃねえぞ
てめえ誰に物を言ってやがるんだ
羅刹だろうがなんだろうが波の大使に遅れを取るわけねえだろ
They fanned quickly, circling the wounded soldier. There was no escape. The captains all attacked at once, and the Fury was killed almost instantly. The excitement was over. Or so I'd thought. But it hadn't been only the captains who'd heard my cry for help.
まったくこんな夜中に何の騒ぎですの？
Shit.
伊藤さん。
Ito rubbed his still sleepy eyes, stepped into the room, and froze.
何なのですかこれは。そこの大使には見覚えがありますわ。確か大気違反で切腹させたはずでは。それにこの地、あなた方の仕業ですの？
伊藤さん、違うんだ。これはさ。
何が違うのですか？幹部総出で寄ってたかって大使をなぶり殺しにするなんて。誰か説明なさい。一体何があったんです？
Ito was fuming and screaming.
皆さん申し訳ありません。私の不注意が原因です。
Oh gosh.
Sannan? Seeing Zannan, Ito's eyes grew wide.
三男さん？なぜ亡くなったはずのあなたがここに？
The captains fell silent. Eventually,
これ以上隠し通すこともできねえか。雪村、お前は席を外してろ。今夜は俺の部屋を使って構わねえ。
I know me being here won't do anything, but I wonder if they'll be all right. Would they be able to explain the situation enough to Ito so that he wouldn't freak out? There was so much to worry about, but Hijikata looked at me sternly.
聞こえねえの？席を外せって言ったんだ。
Okay. I was worried, but I knew there was nothing else I could do, so I left the room.
Oh, Dad-san. Seriously, though, we probably should have just killed Ito right then. Would have solved a lot of problems.
Is it morning already? The birds chirping woke me up. I shot up, thrown off instantly because the ceiling was unfamiliar to me. I remembered that Hijikata had told me to stay in his room for the night. And at the same time, the events of last night were beginning to flood into my mind. The warrior who'd gone mad. The pain of the blade slicing my arm. I touched my right arm wrapped in bandages. I couldn't feel a throbbing pain anymore, so I took off my bandage to see my injury. Of course it's healed. What had been an ugly open wound the night before was now little more than a faint white line. In a few days, even that would be gone. I wouldn't need any bandages anymore, but... Well, I guess it's good that the wound is gone. But if anyone sees this... I wrapped myself back up again. It'll be inconvenient to wear, but... I'm going to pretend to still have this injury. I wonder what everyone is doing. I decided I'd head to the common room to see what's going on.
あら、あなたは。
Ito, Miki, and Saito and Heisuke. What are you guys doing so early in the morning?
そりゃ、あれだけのことがあった後、のんびり寝ていられるほど無神経ではありませんわ。雪村くん、怪我をしていたでしょ？傷の様子はどうなのかしら？
Well, it's not that bad.
そう。それは何よりですわね。
Huh? His mood was almost the polar opposite of the previous night. He seemed now to be in rather high spirits. Ito, has something happened?
知りたい？
Yes.
教えてあげない。ま、だいたい想像はついてるかもしれないけど。ねえ、東堂くん、斎藤くん。
What? I cocked an eyebrow at Heisuke and Saito.
まあな。
The moment our eyes met, he looked away. That seemed odd. Saito?
今は知る必要はないということだ。
Unlike his companion, Saito met my gaze straight on, but his eyes were flat and utterly devoid of any emotion. It was as if he put up a wall.
なんだ、別れの挨拶にしちゃちとそっけなさすぎないか？それとも実はこんなところからはさっさと出て行きたいってのが本音なのか？
Get out of here?
三郎、余計なことは言わなくてもよろしくてよ。それでは私たちはもう行きますわ。雪村くん、ごきげんよう。
それではな、雪村。
またな。
And then they were gone, leaving me wondering what just happened.
おや、雪村君。もう起きてて大丈夫なのかい？
I'm fine. I slept really well and I feel a lot better. And my wound doesn't seem to be as deep as it looked.
それは良かった。しかし、災難でしたね。
It's all right. Anyways, I ran into Ito on my way here. He was acting very peculiar. Did something happen? Inoue and Shimada looked at one another, both wearing troubled expressions.
そうか、あったのかい。
Both Ito and Miki were behaving rather strangely. And Heisuke and Saito were acting kind of strangely too. I was starting to feel concerned, looking at the two of them for an answer. After some thought, Shimada opened up.
実はですね、伊藤さんたちはここを出ていくことになったんです。
What? Leave?
新しく隊を立てることにしたらしい。新選組とは別にね。
Is that okay?
近藤局長と土方副長が伊藤さんと話し合って決めたということです。
御領絵寺ですと？
いかにも。この糸、同志と共にここを出て、孝明天皇の御領絵寺を拝命する所存ですわ。まあ、以前から考えていたことではあるのですけど、あんな場面を見せられた以上、これ以上一緒にやっていくのは難しいと思いまして。もともと私は尊皇攘夷の志を持って新選組に協力していたつもりですけれど、あなたたちとはどうにも水が合わないようですし。
くだらねえへりくつはいい。伊藤さん、あんた要するに太陽を割ろうって言うんだろ。
3年にもわたってこの私をたばかってらしたのはどちらでしたかしら。
まあ、伊藤さんがそこまでおっしゃるのであれば仕方がありません。だがご説明したように、こたびの一件の発端は幕府からの密命なのです。もし外に漏らされては我々としても黙っているわけにはいきません。
Yep, you're correct, Rude. That is why Sanan is considered dead.
そこは取引というものですわ。あなたたちは我々に口をつぐんでいてほしいご様子ですし、私たちは黙ってここを出ていきたい。ですから出るにあたって大使を分けていただきたいと申し上げているだけですわ。
わかりました。ですが連れて行くからには本人の承諾をお願いします。
それはもちろんです。表向きは協力関係にあるという形を取らせていただきますし、その方がお互いにとっても都合がよろしいのではないかしら。
ということだそうだ。トシ、これでいいか？
近藤さんがそう決めたなら、俺はもう何も言わねえよ。
I'm reasonably sure if it had been left up to Hijikata, they would have just fucking shanked Ito then and there.
Then, Heisuke and Saito...
伊藤さんについていくそうだよ。驚いたね。伊藤さんと昔からの知り合いだった東堂君はともかく、斉藤君はそんな様子は全くなかったのに。
No. Then, would that mean I could never see them again?
心配することはないよ、雪村君。言っただろう？これは友好的な関係を前提とした分離だ。
Kondo. It was kind of him to try and comfort me, but I couldn't shake the feeling that something terrible was going to befall the Shinsengumi and its members.
そうは言っても、今後はエジと新選組大使との交流は禁止するつもりなんだろう。
当然だ。これ以上あいつらの好き勝手にさせるつもりはねえから。
But is this really okay? Ito and the others leaving, I mean.
伊藤派の奴らが抜けたところで困ることはねえよ。ま、平助と斉藤も一緒だっていうのは少しばかり計算外だったかな。
まあな。彼らの期待に応えられなかった我々の落ち度でもあるな。
From there, the conversation moved to a discussion of politics that was beyond my ability to follow. And what could I have said anyway? The decision had been made and there was nothing I could have said to change it. I got up quietly and left the common room. I never thought something like this could happen. I looked up to the sky, watching the clouds form in streaks above me, and then lowered my gaze. It seemed like just yesterday that we were all living our normal lives at the compounds. Then all of a sudden we've arrived at today, helpless as our troops split amongst themselves. I couldn't wrap my head around it. However, even with all of my confusion, I was especially worried about
saving my game and then checking the walkthrough, of course. We are worried about the guard. I hate it when it does that. My mouse is just oversensitive and sometimes it ruins things.
What worried me most were the people leaving with Ito. Heisuke and Saito. Would I ever get to see them again? Was this goodbye? I wanted to know what they were thinking. Were they still around? As I stood up to look for them, I spotted Yamazaki walking toward me.
Yukimura-kun.
Oh, Yamazaki.
昨晩怪我をしたそうだな。傷の具合はどうなんだ？
Yes, I'm fine. Have you, seen Heisuke and Saito?
東堂さんと斎藤さんか。
His expression turned grim at the mention of their names. It was quite clear how he felt about the men who'd chosen to leave the Shinsengumi with Ito. Sorry for asking. I turned quickly to leave, but he held out a hand to stop me.
境内だ。向こうに行くのをさっき見かけた。
Thanks.
話をするなら早い方がいい。彼らがここを出た後は、それすらも許されなくなるからな。
Yes. There they were. Heisuke! Saito! They turned around with reserved expressions.
やっぱ捕まっちまったか。
Oh, did you want to be left alone? I can go.
んなことないって。俺もちゃんと話したいって思ってたからさ。
Good.
やはり来たか。話があるなら早く済ませてくれ。
Right. I just wanted to hear it from you. Why are you leaving the Shinsengumi?
理由か。
He scrunched up his face and scratched nervously at the side of his nose.
伊藤さんは同じ流派の先輩だし、昔から知ってるしさ。
Because I'm a dummy, Chizuru.
あの人が新選組に入ったのは、俺が誘ったのがきっかけだったんだし。だから、一緒に行動する義務があるんじゃねえかなって、そう思ったんだよ。
Heisuke has always struck me as kind, so it was no surprise that he felt he couldn't abandon Ito.
Seriously though, Narcissus. You are correct, sir.
But that means you'll leave everyone else behind. You might not ever get to see them again.
いきなり分派って言われて、俺もちょっと動揺してるところはあるんだけどさ。
And here we find he was actually an imperialist the whole time. Ish.
けど俺、もともと幕府に尽くしたいって思ってたわけじゃねえし、例の薬のこととかいろいろ考えると、伊藤さんが言う御領絵師の方が合ってる気がするんだ。
I couldn't really think of anything to say, so I kept my mouth shut. After a moment, he continued.
俺だって本当はみんなとずっとバカ騒ぎしてたかったさ。だって江戸にいた頃から今までずっと一緒だったもんな。
His gaze drifted off into the distance, and his profile seemed almost heartbreakingly lonely. But his mouth was a hard line. His mind was made up. What about you, Saito? I looked up at him.
自らの志に合うと感じて、伊藤派に属することに決めた。
Well, that says everything and nothing. Huh.
Are you an imperialist too?
征夷大将軍というのは本来、夷敵を排するためにある役職。害を払うという本分を忘れた幕府に尽くす道理はあるまい。
So you're saying that Kondo and Hijikata are wrong?
そうだ。
And because you don't agree with them, you're willing to walk away and never see them again?
それもやむを得んだろう。己の志を貫くためには情などに頓着するべきではない。
But I
believe we chose correctly the first time, so we're gonna do that again. Yep, we wanted them to stay.
Are you sure you won't change your mind? Stay here with the Shinsengumi? I can't be the only person who doesn't want you to go. We all like you. Aren't the Shinsengumi your friends? I knew they had their reasons to go, but I had my own reasons and I wanted them to stay. There was still time. If I could just convince them, make them understand, then they wouldn't have to go away. Please. Heisuke. Saito.
言わないでくれって。俺たちだって昨日今日決めたわけじゃねえんだからさ。
話はそれだけか。ならば俺はもう行かせてもらう。
Stone cold Saito over there.
Are you sure? But if you go, then you might have to fight the Shinsengumi someday.
言ったはずだ。志の前では情など無用のものだと。
Saito! But his mind was made up. There was nothing I could say to change it.
強いよな、はじめくんは。
His eyes followed Saito as he walked away. Do you feel the same way? Can you just forget about your feelings? Would it be so easy for you to fight your friends? He screwed up his face in frustration. Heisuke was honest and straightforward, but he didn't have a way with words the way some of the other men did.
なあ、ちょっと中庭の方に行ってみないか。
He wasn't avoiding my question precisely. Perhaps he wanted to buy some time to think about his response. All right, let's go.
Yeah, we're past time, but let's get through this scene.
He lifted his face to the sky for a moment. It was a cool, clear blue, and warm rays of sunlight washed down on us.
ちょっと座ろうぜ、そこ。
Okay. I lowered myself down next to him.
なんかさ、みんなは伊藤さんのことを嫌ってるけど、俺はさ、伊藤さんの言うことが全部間違ってるとは思えねえんだ。このまま幕府の言う通りに働いても、正直言って先はねえと思う。幕府のお偉いさん方は俺たちのことを使い捨ての駒としか思ってねえだろうし。
I'm sure he's not. Considering the serum and everything else. I don't blame them for questioning and having concerns about the shogunate. But not wrong and trustworthy were two very different things. Was he really worth leaving the Shinsengumi? I wonder if he's thinking that joining Ito will turn out better for him than staying with Kondo.
伊藤さんからいろんな話を聞いたんだ。幕府のお偉いさん方がどれだけ腐ってるか、今の日本がどんなに危ねえ状況に置かれてるか。もちろん伊藤さんが言ってることが全部正しいとは俺も思ってねえよ。伊藤さんも伊藤さんでなんか考えがあるんだろうってことも分かってるし。
Then
でもさ、昨べの伊藤さんの様子を見て俺改めて思ったんだ。同じ志を持って入隊してきた仲間を薬の実験の道具にしたり、そのことを他の大使に隠したりするのはどう考えてもおかしいって。いつの間にか俺もみんなもそれが当たり前だと思うようになっちまってたけどさ。
Heisuke.
でも一つだけ分かってくれよ。俺はみんなのことが嫌いになったわけじゃねえから。それだけは嘘じゃねえからさ。
Yeah. I understand where Heisuke is coming from. I was sure he had spent a lot of time thinking over all of this, even maybe stressing over it. If, after all that internal deliberation, this was how he felt, I'd want him to honor it, but... I know. I wanted you to... I wanted to stay with you longer, Heisuke.
ありがとうな。そう言ってくれて嬉しいよ。そりゃあ俺だってお前と離れるのが寂しくねって言ったら嘘になるけど。だけどよ、行くって決めたんだ。俺だって男だからさ。
I could clearly tell he was wavering. Pushing my feelings onto him I knew would only trouble him. I understand, Heisuke. So I wasn't the only one who would feel the loneliness of being apart then. In some strange way, that made me happy.
今までありがとうな。
Thank you for telling me how you really feel. I appreciate it.
Woo!
よかった。お前にだけはちゃんと伝えておきたかったんだ。
It felt like our conversation had lifted a huge burden on Heisuke, and his bright smile returned.
それとごめんな。
Huh?
お前の親父さん見つけるまで付き合ってやれなくて。
No, it's all right. Don't worry about it. Just be careful, Heisuke.
ああ、分かってる。無駄に命を捨てるような真似はしねえさ。約束するって。
But we know that's not true. All right, let's save. I said we'd go till 1, and we're past 1, but that scene had to happen. But I think we will have to call it done here, because I may not have a voice tomorrow at this rate. Can we keep him? Oh, Heisuke baby's going away now. This is the part where he's gone for like 6 months. Yeah, he won't throw his life away, but his swords, on the other hand. Whew. Let's see. Oops, that's the music. Boop. We're missing a CG right here. We will get it. We randomly got a Saito one at one point earlier. All of the Heisuke! There's some of those. Then just all the generic ones. We got a lot of work to do, friends. Quite a lot of work. Look forward to the day we finally get to marry our samurai boyfriend. Someday. Someday. We'll get there. Yeah, we have a whole other game to play through as well. Whew. A lot of content. This is going to keep us busy for quite a while. That's fine. Love is patient. So, yeah, let's, like, start thinking about, next. Who we want next? They don't have them ordered quite properly, but I'm thinking we'll go original, the original 6 who were available. I mean, after we finish game 2, Heisuke. So, we're going to progress the stories and all the way through between both games, and then we will choose a new person and do likewise. So once we finish Heisuke here, and then we finish Heisuke in Edo Blossoms, which is the other game, we will pick the next established bachelor. Oh, thank you for the follow, Moomew. You abstain from any votes that don't involve Heisuke. Yeah, no, I think Sanan is gonna basically be dead last. Hijikata and Nagakura bro-san? Oh no, Danny! Not you too! No! Whew. I will, construct a poll and maybe run it through the next stream? I don't know. I may just wait until we finish up with Heisuke's story and then we'll, see where we land. Can we date Dad-san? Hijikata is available. Kondo is not, so it kind of depends on which dad you mean. Yeah, I'm super curious about how in the fucking world they make Sanan's story even remotely palatable. Yeah, Hijikata is basically the quote-unquote canon choice. The anime and whatnot basically assumes following his route. Oh hey, we'll just let the intro play out. Palatable. Palatable, whatever. I can't words anymore, it's late. Yeah, there's a anime TV series, like 2 seasons of it, and then there are 2 anime movies, and there's also like an OAV, I think. To be perfectly honest, when I played through the original, Hijikata's story kind of bored me. But it was also one of the last routes that I did, and by that point I had like read through the main content so many times I was kind of tired of it. Canon, one of the most annoying words I've ever seen. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's the TV series that follows Chizuru's story. There's one for Ibuki. And then the specials, which were pretty good. I haven't seen the movies yet, but I heard good things about them, and the animation in them looks fucking gorgeous. Take guesses as to how many times we can actually get Hijikata to smile. Yeah, we'll have to run a tally. If I was like better at controlling the stream overlays, I would totally tally that shit up live. All right, Renegade, get some sleep. We're about to shut down here. Just make a bot do it? That's a thought. But we shall handle this next time. I think I still may need an art break, and we're still trying to catch up to Heisuke's good ending. So I think Wednesday's gonna be another Hakuoki stream. Ooh, chatbot has a death counter? We could make that a smile counter. Good plan. I like the way you think, Danny. You guys are gonna have to help me figure that one out. Alright, friends. We've all been up very late for much of the weekend. And I have probably been speaking for like a solid 24 hours by this point. No, 48 hours. Fuck my life. I need to go not talk for a while. I will see you all elsewhere. Good night, my friends. Sayonara.